Do it now. Good job, Josh, starting this podcast.
Talk smack, get hit. We're here to keep it PG.
Do we ever?
Nah, I mean you do. You're that like good moral like person.
Someone's got
Well,
to balance out your. I'm just sitting here eating jelly beans.
I just
Oh,
live in sin.
can we just say? Can we all agree that the black jelly beans are the worst jelly beans?
Yeah, black licorice is garbage.
Like I buy these ones from Target, and I just end up throwing out all the black ones. They're terrible. They're
Yeah,
terrible.
I think
Is there
black licorice and white chocolate are garbage.
white
White
chocolate's not
chocolate's not
garbage?
even real chocolate, but I do like white chocolate. But
It's
it's not
good.
chocolate.
It's good. Cookies and cream is delicious.
Cookies and cream is garbage too. That's like ranch when everyone was like drowning their food in ranch. That's where cookies and cream came from.
Hey, look at this. Frisbees make good sorting things for getting rid of all the black ones.
You know, the
I
bottom of
just
the
worked
disc,
out.
we're
That's
good
where
for a
like
lot
my
of things.
so like runts, the banana one I hate.
Oh
And-
no, they're good.
And so I trained my little brother to love it. So I'd get like the box of runts and I would like feed him the bananas his whole entire childhood. But
Did you
Nah,
Pavlov's dog your little brother?
I
with
oh
runs?
absolutely. That's how I trained
Every
my
time he
daughter
ate a
too.
banana, you would like pet him on the head.
Just-
Good boy.
Good girl.
I bet
Good
you do.
boy. But no, they're like I think I don't mind the flavoring. It's just like how hard they are compared to everything else. Like bananas are like little bones.
Banana
Sure.
Laffy Taffy. Mm.
Nah.
No.
But enough candy talk. What is up, everyone? I'm so happy you guys are tuning in and listening to us. That allows me to one day dream about quitting my job and being a full-time podcaster for you guys. But until that happens, I'm going to split my attention with everybody else. But we got an amazing podcast. We realized that we've brought weeks of amazing guests, and we haven't had a chance, just us three, to sit down, talk shit, pick some things, talk about the season. Like, and it's almost here, right? We're like, what, 3-4 weeks until Vegas? We got my first A tier next week in San Diego. So the season's fast approaching. So we wanted to come to you guys and just talk disc golf and just kind of have a good old hangout session with you guys. So feel free to write in. We're going to have some fun topics, such as doing our draft, which is our pick'ems for this upcoming year. We're going to tally a point system. But mostly it's going to dive into too just some speculation around some of the pros. But as always, we have Josh, who's feeling a little elevated winter. We have Cody, the absolute worst. And as always, the man of your dreams, Paige. See, I
Man
think
of
that
your
one
dreams.
kind of works.
Who makes these titles? There's a little bias there.
No,
I mean,
no.
every single week is something new.
And that's how we keep it. We keep it fresh. Keep you
it
guys
fresh.
coming back. And the moment we start repeating ourselves is the moment this podcast dies.
That's true. That's true. But we got a lot to draft, so let's start this draft. So what it is, it's gonna be a snake draft. We already picked the
Can you
order.
explain what a snake draft is? Because when
Here,
you
I'll
draft,
show
I
you.
was like, are we fighting
So
snakes? What's happening here?
I'm gonna keep. So see how it goes, Cody, Josh, Page, because that's the order, and then it
So I never go in the middle.
then
Yeah.
it reverses, then it goes normal, then it reverses, and then it goes normal. So
And you can
sometimes
go
have two things.
MPO or FPO.
5 and
Okay.
5. So we have to have 5 and 5.
Yeah, and you can pick them anytime. Like you can pick all your FPO first, you can pick all your MPO first, however you like.
Mix it.
Yeah.
What is
And,
the
you-
point system? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, the point system is going to be what you pick is what you pick. And if any of your players of your 10, 5 FPO, 5 MPO, gets in the top 25, whatever they place is how many points you get. If they don't place the top 25, you get 0 points for that week. If they don't play in the tournament at all, that's 0 points. So make your picks wisely.
Wait,
What are we
wait.
playing for?
So if they
Bragging
get
rights
first
and what
place,
else?
you only get 1 point.
What was that?
If they get first place, you get 1 point.
I'm sorry, lowest point will win. Lowest.
All right, just making sure. Just making sure.
You know,
We can
I
do
like
lowest
I like
points
what you
win.
said there.
Yeah.
I like what you said. We'll make an adjustment to the point system.
Because
I'm-
I mean,
I've
just
got
be
the brain
lowest
to think
point,
about it right
right?
now.
So if you get 5 people that are like first place somehow, then that's 5 points, and that's going to give you the higher score. Whether just keep disc golf rules.
Yeah.
It's all
All right.
about low. What are we playing for, Josh?
We're playing for a trophy.
Trophy.
Praying for a
Is Grandma
trophy.
gonna make it?
Grandma's
Dallas,
trophy.
Grandma.
We're gonna have
What-
Grandma make the trophy.
We'll do it like the Shiva. Did you guys watch the League fantasy football TV show?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, we should be doing this in Vegas or something.
Right.
Hopefully we'll grow, and maybe next year we can invite people. So we'll do 3 right now, see how this goes this year. Then maybe next year we'll try to open it up to 5 to 10. Maybe our amazing team members.
We're gonna have some guests.
It's true.
A guest draft live.
Guest
All
draft
right.
live. That'd be
We're
sweet.
doing this. All right. First pick is going to be for Cody.
Are you gonna have to explain why? Because this is a lot of pressure, Cody. You have the very first pick.
Yeah.
Everybody. So
I mean, who's the best Franklin sponsored thrower? Because that's who I'm picking. He's number 1,000 in the world. I'm going Tatar.
Tatar. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I
Chris
looked at
Paul,
it in a mathematics and logical way. I feel like the top of the MPO is fairly mixed. Like you see them almost like switch every other time. There's a couple of dominant players, but when it comes to like FPO, I feel like Tatar now maybe she'll have a bad year, but last year she was just like Tatar's up here and then everyone else is down here.
All right.
Tatar is the colored jelly beans of the world, and everyone else was the black jelly beans. And I don't want those.
Well, that's a great pick. I think it's a good pick. She's what was it last year with top 3
every
single tournament?
Tatar, hit me up.
That's a darn good pick. That's a darn good pick. I'm just going with the classic since I'm second pick, and I'm gonna grab Paul.
You're gonna grab Paul?
Grab Paul.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I think that's a mistake, but whatever.
It could be. It could
No,
be.
I'm kidding.
It's all a risk.
So I was kind of the same. Oh, explain why. I mean, it's easy.
He's consistent. He's one of the most consistent players, and I know he's going to be in that top 25 every single time. Like,
yeah.
that's just a gimme. So I think he's a little semi cheat code for some points. So I'm going to use him.
You don't
All
think
right.
he's on the tail end?
No.
I mean, I got nothing against Paul. I got no hate for Paul. The man is a machine. He's like the Tom Brady of disc golf. He puts in the work. He's just there.
Well,
Yeah.
I get back-to-back picks here, so
You do.
it's kind of
You get
a
two picks.
great subtle advantage, I guess, of this. I mean, then I have to wait a little bit longer, but I think for me, I got to lean towards FPO, especially when it comes to like the field and everything. It's such a smaller sample size, so my first pick is going to be Paige Pierce. I think she's a little consistent, and she lost a little bit of motivation last year. So my hope is this off season she finds some motivation and comes attacking in a big way. But also like the FPO, I feel like have the bigger drops where it's going to be like top 10, top 5, and then like top 30, 40, 50. And so it's like making sure that you can get a consistent pro because, I mean, she might not have won the accolades that she normally does, but she still had an amazing season. So I'm
Yeah.
going to start with Paige Pierce.
Okay.
And
That's a good
then
pick.
I'm going to follow it up in a very similar breath with Ricky Wysocki. I think Paul McBeth. I think Paul McBeth was a very. I don't think he deserves to go number 2 because he's a little bit wishy-washy. But I think Ricky Wysocki is a top, most consistent MPO out there because he's like not just top 5 in things. He's like top 3 in like everything that he shows up to.
You don't even like dynamic.
Oh, I don't need to like dynamic. He's latitude as well, by the way. So
Ooh.
degeneration.
Ooh.
So but he's also latitude, so also Discmania, right?
Ricky's a good pick, though. Ricky's a good pick.
So I think Ricky, for obvious reasons, is going to be my top pick, top MPO pick.
I wouldn't. Okay, so I'm next. I would not have a draft without picking up my girl. Let's see.
Draft an MP40. We should get MP40 going.
Missy
That
Gannon.
girl,
That's who he's going.
I'm going Missy Gannon. She's one of my favorite players to watch. She can win, she can place, and she's a solid human. So I am down to support her with some energy.
I like watching Gannon.
Yeah. All right, Cody, we got 2 picks.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have to go Eagle McMahon. I feel like now that he is pretty much the face of Discmania. Not saying there's not other good Discmania players, but it went from, him and Simon to so there might be a lot of pressure. So this could backfire on me. But I mean, fly Eagle fly, baby, fly Eagle fly. I think he's got a lot to prove from last year, coming with a lot of injuries and stuff like that, and just didn't seem like a typical year for him. Throwing right hand, left hand. So
No, and I think he's ready to come and show that he's ready to attack. My thing too is like, I guess we got to answer this. If the pro doesn't show up to this pro tour, what happens to our points that way?
you lose.
I think it's just an automatic 26.
Okay, that's what I was going to
Automatic
ask.
26.
Just because like that, my question with like Eagle and why I didn't want to like draft him so high, because I feel like he's adhering to the new kind of MPO where it's just like pick and choose my competitions, don't do the whole grind.
Yeah.
And so I could see Eagle doing like a good like 10 events this year, not necessarily the whole pro tour, or even like I think he did. Well, he was obviously coming back from injury, but like I can see him not doing the full leg. So I don't know if that's.
Are these going to count for Silver Series or only what?
I think we're gonna do pro tour and majors.
Okay, all right.
Mm-hmm. Are you one more pick, Cody?
One more pick, Cody.
I'm gonna have to go Calvin.
Ooh.
You're welcome. Hey, he took my Ricky, so I ain't happy about it. But I think Calvin is another one that he's always just seems like he's on the edge of like greatness. He's always just like right there, third, fourth. Sometimes he'll be up there, and then sometimes he'll be like way down low. And I feel like he needs a breakout. And this is his year. The board.
He's a solid pick. I mean, if he was picked first, I'd understand it even. He's a solid pick.
Heimborg.
Yeah, Heimborg is definitely it. So this is Josh, right? Are you taking notes, Josh?
Yep, I got them all. I got it all listed down. Okay. For my third round pick, I think I'm gonna go. You know what? I want to root for him, so I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take Simon.
Dang it!
Interesting.
That's who almost went. All right.
Guess what? Enjoy Calvin.
Well, I was not gonna. I'm surprised to see Simon go this high.
New bag.
Yeah,
That's
it's a risk. It's a risk. He's got a new bag. It's a risk. But
if anyone could do it, it would be Simon. But
right.
Look how I mean, Ricky had a new bag last year, and he did very well.
Yeah, and somebody, not to mention any names, switched over to MVP and won the Worlds.
One tournament though. What else did he do the rest of the year?
I mean,
this is a year-long competition, not a one tournament competition.
He did well.
I like how it's three of us trash talking the world champion. Like, what did he do,
Whoa.
man? He trashed.
I did not trash talk shit.
Just Paige.
Paige, back to back.
James Conrad is mad.
Back to back. So obviously, I'm gonna stick with my FPO pick first, just because that field is smaller. So I'm gonna go Katrina Allen because I think it's just super strong having Paige Pierce and Kat. I mean, I think Kat said it famously herself, where she talked about usually when it comes to the FPO field, you got to go through her or Paige Pierce in order to be successful. So now that gives me probably two of the more dominant FPO. And then MPO, I can't believe he fell this low personally, but Gannon Burr, like I think that's the pick for me. Same thing, like I know there's some like speculation around his sponsorships, but that's also really weird because I thought he's probably going to stay with Prodigy and sign again with them. But even then, even if he was to switch sponsors before Vegas, like I think he's just geared to have another big year. For me, I always talk about sophomore slumps, especially with that. I am curious about it, but I think he battled the sophomore slump of expectations with having the freedom to actually play and him being young enough and having fun. I think watching him and Alden Harris and Babcock on some of those videos, it's like he's a kid out there having the time of his life, and that's going to be hard to kind of fault. So Gannon Burr, I think, was an absolute steal this low. So thank you guys for taking, or letting him drop to me, because Ricky, Gannon, Pierce, and Kat, I already won. It's over. Just give me the trophy now.
Nah. No. Okay. So my 4th round pick, I'm going to go with Ella Hansen.
That's a good one. I think they're definitely due for a big season.
Yeah, people forget that she's not been playing that long, and so she's just getting better and better every single year. And her arm, oh my god, she can throw.
Especially
Dude,
the
she
Pro
was
Tour.
bombing at that competition. Bombing.
Well,
I want
was
to
gonna
throw.
say,
I want to throw a Blizzard Boss now. Just.
especially if they're like gonna give like, or like if the PDGA doesn't listen to what people have been saying about the FPO, where it's like put them on a different course, shorten the field, be more like cognizant of the FPO and what they need. If they keep it kind of what it is, where it's just modified like MPO, I think Ella's gonna keep bombing it and start to at least pick up 1 or 2.
Yeah. All right, Cody. 2 picks.
I'm gonna go. I don't think I've ever done a draft. I don't play fantasy football or anything, so I'm gonna go.
Go with your feeling. Just scroll down your entire list and
I'm
pick
gonna go
that bottom
Dickerson.
pick. That's a good one.
I mean, because I feel like
Cool.
he's consistent. He was the one that I was like, before he was really like, when he was playing for Prodigy, he only played like, what, that like little West, not the West Coast, but the Midwest tour. But I think now he's starting to play a little bit more.
I don't know. He still skips the West Coast swing every year.
Maybe this year. I don't know. Who knows? He'll probably, I wouldn't be surprised if like him and his wife started having kids sometime soon. I might slow him down.
Did you say
you just have like
Chris?
2 MPO?
Yeah, Dickerson.
Okay.
You just have like 2 or 3 MPO that's gonna be missing a lot of tournaments, Cody.
Hey,
Consistency here. Consistency.
hey. And then my other one, I'm going to go Val.
Valerie
Mandahano.
Jenkins.
Valerie Mandahano, baby. Valerie Jenkins. Leroy Jenkins.
we gotta specify here. Well, there's money on the line.
There is no money on the line.
Oh,
We're not
there
doing
will
money.
be. You tell me we're not gonna probably side bet some of these?
Yeah, there's gonna be side bets every day.
Absolutely. I got some discs. I got plenty of discs to trade away as entry fee.
I barely have any disc left.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
I just finished my 3rd shelf, and each shelf
gotta-
holds, I think, like 200 or 300.
I got a factory blank Berg for you.
Ooh, is it soft?
K3.
Ooh.
All right. My what is the 5th round? I think it's 5th round.
Cody, do you shoot? Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. Because I think I'm up to 5 total.
I'm gonna do Maria Liva.
Oh,
that's
she's
kind of a
gonna
good
be-
spec.
Is
Choose
she
a
thought
teammate.
space this year?
What was that?
She's thought spacer, right?
Yeah, she
PSA
is.
and Infinite.
See, now she's got the right discs. She's gonna take over this season.
All right, so that's me.
Yeah, you get 2 more.
Yep. Paige gets 2.
got 2. Well, I'm gonna double down on FPO and just round out my top 5 at this point. So I'm gonna go own
Oh, good
Own
pick.
Scoggins.
That's a good pick.
I just love me some Own, and she cracks me up every time I see her play. Looks like she's having the time. So yeah, I'm just gonna choose people that are having fun out there because Own, I don't think she ever has a bad day.
She plays a lot too. She doesn't really
Yeah.
skip a whole lot.
She's a grinder. And then Evelina.
Good pick.
Yeah, I just think I think she's going to be top 3 FPO next year. I think last year she proved she can stay with it. And I'm pretty sure this offseason, all she's doing is putting because that's all she needs to be doing right now to be top 3
Oh
FPO.
my gosh. That's the only thing that, I mean, she's still very good, but man, her putting, some of those putts, oof,
Oh, yeah. They're
that's like me.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure she's dialing that in this offseason because she got a test of what it's going to be like over here. And, that hunger is going to be there. So that rounds out my FPO. I
Okay.
think I got a stacked FPO field and I'm going to be hard to beat.
So Josh again, right?
Yep. Let's see. How many? What do you got? You got 1, 2. Doing some strategy now. Let's see.
Strategery.
Strategery.
Is there like a clock? We got to hit a clock on you, man. Come on. We only got
Do
50
it.
minutes on the podcast.
Do it. Hit the
Oh,
clock.
wait, was that only 4?
That was 5. 1,
Oh, is
2,
that 5?
3, 4. That was 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I have 5.
Just
Purple.
making sure.
Oh, it's so hard. It's so hard. You know what? I'm gonna go with Matty O.
Matty O.
Matty O.
I'm surprised he's ranked so high.
He's a grinder. He's a point guy. Like he doesn't necessarily place high in all of the PDGA and Pro Tours.
Can
But
though.
he's
He
like
can.
he can. I'm not saying he can. I'm just saying he's like LaCastro, where there's very rarely a weekend that he's not playing. Because
That's true.
he's yeah. Wait, who's my
do I
fifth?
get
Sorry,
two?
I'm looking. I did Owen, Evelina, Kat, Pierce. Who's my
Yeah,
fifth?
I'll show you. Let me see. Show on the screen.
Katrina, right?
I just said Kat.
You did
Um,
own.
See,
Paige.
Paige, Ricky,
Own.
Katrina, Gannon Burr, Owen, and
So
Evelina.
yeah, that's four.
Evelina.
That's 4 FPO.
Oh, I thought I meant 4 picks so
No,
far.
no, 4
Gotcha.
FPO. Sorry, I was off count in my head, so I got one FPO.
Counting. I ain't count so good.
All right, Cody, you get 2 picks.
I'm gonna go Henna.
Who?
That's a good one. Henna.
Bloom Rose.
Henna.
And then I guess I'm gonna go Holland.
Holland Hanley. That's a good
Yeah.
pick.
She's on a new team this year, isn't she? Is she? I think she's Discraft this year.
Is she? Yeah, I think she is.
I think she switched teams, right?
I think so. One of them switched.
Okay, who did I pick last? I picked Matty O. Oh.
And I get the last pick, don't I?
Yes, you
I
do.
think so.
Team Franklin, where you at?
You know, I believe in her. I'm gonna go Haley King.
Ooh, that is a lot.
When
of
you said
belief.
believe in her, I was like, is he picking Haley? Because she
Exactly what I
didn't
was
really
thinking.
do much last year at all, did she?
I mean, she
They had
did.
a really quiet.
I think she did great. I think she had a lower season than the season before because she kind of blew up and was doing so well. And you know what? I think last season she's just fine tuning her game to come back in 2023 and give me a W in this league. So,
Well, didn't she win like a major, right? Or no? Yeah,
Oh.
USW DGC. She won.
let's see.
I just pulled it up.
2022.
Yeah,
Let's see. She got first in the
United
All
States
Star
women's disc
Weekend.
golf.
United States. Yeah, she got first in USGC.
Yeah, so that's kind of towards the tail end of the season. So that gives some hope to kind of build on this year.
Yeah, and she got a lot of top 10s. So
Yeah.
we're going for points here, and I think she can get me them.
Points.
Uh-oh, I think we got the Redditor circle jerk in our chat now.
What do you mean?
What does that even mean?
They spam in cat merch.
Thing with Cat.
Which one? It was
The
probably
thing
freaking
with Cat.
Facebook.
Cat had a good
He's
season.
his math.
Cat
Hey,
had a good
Last of Us.
start.
Has anyone been watching that?
I haven't yet. I'm gonna wait till they finish it and then binge watch it.
It's good. I like it so far.
That's what I hear. I hear they do a really good job of converting it from the game to the movie or the TV show.
I feel like going outside and stomping on every fungus I see, just like, you're not taking my head.
Don't you communicate?
Don't
Yeah,
you dare invade me.
Because like the whole thing communicates, right? So it's like you step on one fungus, and next thing you know, the fungus in the trees will be like swatting your discs out of the air, and it just all trickles down.
Did you ever play the game?
Yeah,
I didn't play the game and I want to.
the game
Is it only PlayStation?
Yeah, it's a PlayStation exclusive.
It's been ported, so you can get it.
Yeah.
But going to the question about what about Cat merch, I think the reason she's not picked yet is because she had a really good start to a season and then fell away, which is fine. It happens, but it's a risk. It's a risk to pick Cat, I think.
This is why I prioritize the good FPO before the good MPO because of those risks.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Who's up here?
It's
Who's up
me.
here?
I have 2 picks, right?
Yep, 2 picks.
Yeah.
So I have a really hard time saying this individual's name, but I'm gonna have to choose them. Joel
going
Freeman.
Nico?
What? What do you mean you have a hard time?
Dude, that strawberry shirt. Did you see the putting games? That strawberry shirt was.
Oh, I think his outfits are
Dude,
like
that was
top
legit.
3 best dressed MPO.
He's got some drip on him.
And he had a huge season last year. Like he was so close to winning so many of them and just fell short. And I
He's a
think he's
pound
gonna
boy.
find that comfort zone within all of that. But
He's consistent.
yeah, so I gotta choose Joel.
Okay, good pick.
And then this is another one. This is where like we start to get on low picks, and so like I'm trying to like I want to spec on KJ and choose like Kevin Jones. Some of the rumors. I'm not choosing him yet. I'm just saying this is my thought
Oh.
process. So Kevin Jones, some of the thought process, like he gave a lot of time for his music last year. Hopefully he'll come back this year, but I feel like that attention's divided. And so another person that had a tough season, but still did relatively well and is hopefully going to get out of that sophomore slump and have a big Crush Boy year is going to be my boy, Kyle Klein.
All right. All right.
He's the last top 10, isn't he?
Is he?
I think so. He was the one I was not sure about.
Isaac Robertson is still there.
Yeah, he's still there.
I think Kyle Klein, like he has a big chip on his shoulder. It's a big prove it year. And I think there's a lot of eyes on him. And I'm hoping that he steps into that spotlight and owns it. With Simon leaving, and there's only now 2 Sky Team members, an Eagle and him.
Are they going to move someone up?
I don't know. Like this guy, Artismania has been very hush hush about it. So my hope in picking him is that he's going to take that chip and just run with it and have a stellar year and prove that he truly belongs on that Sky Team. Otherwise, because I do think honestly it's a kind of a prove it year for that slot.
Yeah.
Isaac's number 11.
Isaac's 9. Well, on my list, list, there's other lists. Everyone has different lists.
UDisc, brother.
Who uses UDisc?
The whole disc golf world, you fool.
No, I think they started charging it $15, and the majority of the disc golf world was like, you know what? This $15 he'll go get me a very shiny new disc, so let me go do that.
I mean, I use it quite frequently, so
yeah, it's because you're.
I remember when it used to be $5. I miss them days.
Or it was included with like your PDGA membership, right?
Yeah,
that's one of the days I miss.
And then they're like, we can get that money.
All right, my 8th round pick. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pick Isaac Robinson.
Dang it! Why'd I say anything? Gosh.
You're the one that asked. That's the tough thing about drafting.
Yeah, it's a good point. Cody, you got 2 picks.
Barella.
I mean, that's
a hard one too.
I like a hard one to pick, but I feel like I gotta. All right, let's see. I got.
Ooh, Chandler Kramer's a good pick too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. Oh, this one's tough.
Nico with the comeback story. Nico's a good pick as well. Sorry,
I'm gonna go Sarah Hokum.
Ooh.
Because I feel like she's always there. She might not be like on the podium, but if we're just going by points, I feel like she's always putting in work. Like she's the pack, and that finished out my FPO.
Wait, are both?
I gotta throw a trace now.
So you both are done with FPO? Let's see.
No, I have one more still.
And then I'm gonna go. I'm going AB. Anthony Barella, baby.
Now you guys are seeing why Cody's the worst. It's not just his attitude; it's his obviously drafting skills.
Hey, you're the one that was like, "I'm gonna pick people based on how I feel about them." Trash, man. Trash. You know what, AB? I hope you win it this year.
It's not trash because, like, when I said that, like, the whole game is a mental game, and the more fun you're having, the better your mental game is. When's the last time you saw an Owen Scoggins break down? But Barella? When's the last time?
Hey, new company. He's poised, baby. Poised.
No, because you look at Shelly Sharp, a tournament he's normally done well at, and how did he do good at that? Or how well did he do? Was he on lead card like normal?
Let's be proper.
Not well at all.
You know, just like you said, Cat Merch started too hot.
I didn't say that. Josh said that. You.
Well, guess what?
No.
He's starting. The only way is up. The only way is up from here.
No, there's not. There's a very big bottom that you could drop.
King Franklin. What's up? Anthony Barella, Franklin mid-range.
All right, where we at?
I think
It's
you were at
me.
you. Yeah.
All right, I got one MPO and one FPO left to pick.
Decisions.
Anthony Brown.
Brody Smith.
Hey,
You
I
quiet.
throw a Brody zone.
You stay quiet over there.
How come no one's picked Nico, huh?
I think he's a good pick. That's kind of
Yeah.
We should have one dark horse, and not the dark horse. One dark horse pick.
We could do an alternate in case somebody doesn't show up. It could be like an
Someone gets
alternate
hurt.
plus 5, like 5
Well,
strokes if you have to use them.
I was just going to do 4, but I decided to do 5
So the
But
fifth
you
is
want
our
like-
alternate.
because if they don't show up, then that's 26 points. It's a risk, high risk, high reward in your picks.
True.
This is a hard one. And Kevin Jones, he could do it,
KJ USA.
but
If
you know
KJ
what?
wins, Paige has to get American flag tattoo.
Ooh.
No.
And if
Never
Nico
gonna
wins,
happen.
if Nico wins, I don't know what I'll do. I'll shave all my body hair. I'll just have a mustache and mutton chops, and I'll teach all year like that. Is Josh picking like
I don't
feel
know
like
what
the
Josh
Broncos-
is
Okay,
doing.
listen.
Luckily, I have a stack full of disc and jelly beans. I can just. If y'all sleeping on a stag, you need to get on them. I love
No,
them.
I'm doing it. I'm doing KJ. It's happening.
Ooh, lock that shit in. Explain why, sir. Explain why.
Where?
Because he's consistently in the top 25. Like, he's not always in the top 25, but he's in there quite a bit. And for my last MPO player, I'm going to pick somebody who I can rely on to at least get me some good points throughout the season, even if it's not every single tournament. And I think KJ can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And KJ he's a damn good disc golfer. And he can take down a W at any moment.
That is true.
He throws
Well,
a
he
mean
has it.
grenade.
He does. Those are fun to watch.
He
All right,
throws them through
Paige.
trees and everything too.
2 picks, last 2. One
last
MPO,
2
one FPO.
picks. Do we know when LeCastro comes back?
Just do it. Just say his name. It's like the
did say
never-ending
his name.
story. Say my
Just-
name, Bastion.
just-
Say my
just-
name.
Say it 3 times.
I'm just
Well,
trying
it's,
to
not,
remember.
it's not the Candy Man.
Well, because this is a whole like year-long draft, so it's like if he comes back in March or April, there's like a chance he's gonna miss like 2, 3, 4 tournaments.
Yeah.
So I don't want to give myself that. Well, let me start with my FPO pick.
Oh gosh, just say it.
You know what? Josh took like 10 minutes. Give me a second. This is my
It's true.
final
It's
choices.
True. It's true. Nico is greater than KJ.
I think
We're
I
talking
think
about a human being or a disc golfer.
I think Nico is better than KJ. He's proven it. I think a lot of people let their personal feelings for Nico's outweigh what he's done on that course. He's still one of the winningest players out there, one of the most top earners for like money, and he's constantly out there. He just has a shit attitude. All right, chat, you chose it. Paige Shoe. I'm going to choose
All right.
them for my FPO.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Who'd you pick? Paige Shoe. She did well.
So
with her
Paige
first-
got double Paige. We got Paige triple.
Triple Page.
Wouldn't it be Paige? Oh yeah, you do get all the pages. Page
Yeah.
cubed.
So I got, what is it? The number 1 ranked page. The number 3 ranked page is me. And then the number 4 ranked page is Shoe.
But you're the worst Page.
No, technically I'm higher rated than Paige Shoe. So
You think
You
so?
just-
You're saying you could beat Paige Shoe? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying if there's any validity to rankings, clearly, or the ratings, clearly my rating says I should be able to beat them. Do I get a throw from the FPOT pads? I'm
Alright,
just
Paige.
saying, if you give validity to ratings, then my rating says I am better. All right.
Paige,
MPO.
I hope Paige Shoe sees this and just says, "I'm going to come to where you are and beat the ever living crap out of you.
I mean,
Just smoke you."
I'm sure they'll be at memorials with them being sponsored by Discraft.
I hope so, and I hope she
then-
calls you out. And is like, "Where's that?"
I'd be
page?
like,
That
"Hey,
freaking
Paige
thing?"
Shu, so I did this podcast where I'm saying I'm better than you. Do you want to like play around against me?"
And I hope her
Just
baby
so I
just
can
comes
prove
over and
it?
throws up on you.
I'm really struggling between Corey Ellis or James Conrad. Like,
Just
one
pick
has.
Nico and say it.
Can we, just the whole thing with this podcast is we're supposed to be talking our ideas out.
It's true.
Here's my idea. Say a name and move on with it. All these
You're
jelly
done,
beans are
sir.
making me antsy.
You're done.
No, I have
Let
one
me-
more.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think? Let's let chat decide. They should decide a Paige Shu. So Corey Ellis or James Conrad.
Someone pick a name of
Both
just
of them are
random.
really solid picks though. Corey Ellis is. he
Well,
can
that's what I
have-
mean. Like, I think Conrad has the history factor,
You were just
whereas
trash
Corey
talking
Ellis
him.
has the future. Like,
yeah.
and so it's like-
Corey Ellis had some hot rounds last season.
I think so.
Hot.
Well, come on, chat. What do you guys decide?
Ellis. Okay,
Ooh.
there you go.
I'm
Ellis
going
it
for
is.
Ellis. All right.
Corey
See.
Ellis.
Corey
Just
Colin
pick Nate
Hayden,
Sexton,
if you're
keep going with it.
listening, this is for you. This is my Colin Hayden pick. He just talks nonstop positive about Ellis. I don't know what Colin sees in him, but I wish somebody looked at me the way Colin looks at Corey Ellis. So
What?
that's my Colin Hayden pick.
Awesome. That's a good reason. That's a good. The
Did
damn
you say
good reason.
awesome or possum?
Possum. Awesome possum. I'm gonna go with James Conrad.
Who's what? James Conrad? Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Of course that's good.
You were so who? What?
Who? What? No, I sorry. I was like, they're like Corey has a USGGC and world champ. No, he doesn't. That's my whole like dilemma was Corey's kind of the future where he's trending upwards, so he can have a big
True.
peak last year. But Conrad has the history of being proven successful. So when you're doing a draft, do I take the historical side of it or the future side of it? This is just kind of me explaining some of my thought process in Corey or Conrad.
As,
Yeah.
as far as like performance goes, though, from last year, Corey and James they're pretty neck and neck as far as
Yeah.
how they did.
But I think when you do a year-long draft, especially some of these bottom picks, what you're trying to bank on too is some of those tournaments where they're going to be breaking out and being like first, second, third to offset some of those like lower,
Yep.
like performances, and you're going to get some of the ebb and flow. So it's like, for me, that's how I look at it. I don't care if they're consistently like top 10 to 25. It's like, is it going to be we get to WR Jackson and all of a sudden one person goes off like a Casey White, and that's going to help me win that week.
Mm,
Oh,
I have no
James
regret.
Conway.
I love my lineup. Paige, Grammys trophy this year. We got to get something designed because it's Jammer in the Rough trophy. We're going to invite our team members next year to this draft because we're going to make this big, a yearly thing.
Grammy's disc golf trophies would gladly make the
she
trophy
should
for
open up
you.
a shop. I
She's-
want one crocheted.
So if you guys, she just actually did a Facebook page. So if you guys have a chance, go check out Grammy's Disc Golf Trophies. She's doing one for Lake Havasu in Arizona. She's doing the trophies down there. She did our Resistance trophies last year, and she's going to be doing my tournament trophies in August, as well as the Jammers in the Rough, Shiva Bowl, Pick'em trophy. But Cody, you have one more pick, right?
No, Josh does.
No, I already did. Conrad.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
you know what? I'm gonna stir the pot. Let's go, Drew Gibson.
Ooh. No, that's a good pick. That's a solid
Cody,
pick.
your picks are terrible.
Oh, Drew's a good pick. Drew's a solid pick.
Okay, I'll be honest. It was Drew Gavin. I was like, mm.
I would take Gavin over Drew, to be honest. I think like Gavin's gonna be very consistent. He's healthy. He's feeling good. He's getting his forearm back. I would have taken Rathbun, but
But you didn't.
I know,
But she didn't.
But you didn't.
I know, because I took good picks. No, I'm kidding. I had Ellis.
Ooh, this just in.
What, baby?
Someone said, "Wow, Daddy, your picks suck." You heard it first from the mouth of babes.
All right, so that concludes all of our picks. We got 5-5.
You want to post it up so people
wanna-
can see what we got?
All right,
You
yeah.
want to
let
pull
me
it up? Yeah, pull that up.
Pull it up.
And
Okay,
let's just admire how good Paige was during this draft.
No, you should
see.
put it so you have our names and what we got. Come on,
Oh,
Josh.
it was easier to make this list.
No, I'm saying now you add it. Come on.
Oh my goodness, you are the fucking worst.
The worst.
Wait, is Drew getting married this year?
Here, I'm gonna hide. I'll fix it.
Is Drew getting married?
I don't know.
Is Drew
I-
getting married?
I might
I don't know.
surprise
Someone
you,
wrote in
but
the
I'm not
chat,
on
Facebook
a
user.
I'm not on a leaky leak level with Drew Gibson.
Don't even.
What? I'm just
Don't
saying.
even.
I'm not a
Don't
leaky
be ugly.
leaker. I'm not on that level yet.
Don't be ugly.
But what I will say is like half your team, Cody, this year isn't going to be in attendance for all of these tournaments.
I don't care. I'm going down
Oh.
with the ship. The captain goes down with his ship. Me and Drew Gibson, we're leaking to the bottom, baby.
And Barella, you guys are going to be
AB
big
I
and
hope
bads
AB
and
gets
basket with the
so-
best of them.
I hope AB gets so upset he throws a freaking force just through a porta potty. Just ah!
You guys heard it here first. Anthony Barilla, the taco putter is coming out.
I would
Right.
throw a taco putter. I don't even know
Just
what
like
that
the
is.
stress relief putter of everyone's dream. What the
All
heck
right,
is-
let's see. So now I sorted it by who you got.
Who sorts stuff?
Oh my god, I can't with you.
Drew Gibson
Um,
going all in on MVP.
let's
That'd
see,
be
so you got
wild.
Kristen, AB, Calvin, Chris, Drew, Eagle, Hannah, Holland, Sarah, and Val. That's a solid lineup, Cody. That's solid.
See, Paige is sitting here trash talking and just
It wouldn't be fantasy sports without talking shit.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, there's a few picks that I wouldn't have done, but it's still a solid.
yeah,
solid
like you
lineup.
know, like 6, 7 of them. But you know, to each their own.
I
But
hope I beat. I don't care if I beat Josh. I hope I beat Paige just so I can trash talk. Just
You're not gonna beat me.
oh my gosh.
It might. It might.
If I had a
it might,
rubber
it
hose,
might.
I'd beat you with it. What movie is that from? Who knows? My favorite movie of all time.
What is it?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Billy Madison? I
That's
don't know.
pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I'd beat you with it.
Saved by the Bell.
Nope. That's not well, I guess they did have a movie, but let's not talk about that.
Why don't you do a giveaway for it, Josh? Anyone know the quote for that?
All right, whoever
First-
is it a movie or a
First is my
show?
reach.
It's a movie.
It's a
People are
movie.
just gonna Google it.
Blue Hollow on Blue, like Blue on Blue for this giveaway. If you can name Cody's movie, this will be yours.
That's pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I'd beat you with it.
But somebody posted in our chat real quick before we talk about our picks. Drew Gibson going all in on MVP. I really hope not, because I find a hard time like watching. I don't know if you guys watched his Tesla versus Era video, but he couldn't come out and say that the Tesla was better. But it was really hard to watch him like try to throw the Era the way like he was throwing the Tesla. Like he just threw it a lot better. And
What is an
so-
era like? I have one. I don't think I've ever thrown.
It reminds me of an
Airbud,
Aztec.
no, wrong.
It really reminds me of an Aztec.
I like Aztecs.
I was not a fan of the first run.
Yeah.
The plastic feel just felt off.
Wasn't it like
was for me.
forged or whatever?
I'm not sure. Somebody said Airbud. Is that right?
No, it's not an Airbud. Freaking Airbud.
I mean, you seem like an Airbud watching kind of guy.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
just-
golden retriever because they are the best dogs. That's a fact.
That's not a fact.
I mean, they made a movie, Airbud, multiple movies. Snow pups, golden retrievers.
They also
And-
made multiple Sharknado movies.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
The
and
sharks are the
actually, I don't
best.
think I've ever
make,
watched them, but I-
basing a movie off of it for profit doesn't mean it's the best dog. It's just like the
That's
basic.
exact. This is
No,
America.
it's like the
You
basic
can't
level
make
of
profit
dog.
off of it. What's the point?
How many Beethovens have they made? And that dog is absolutely terrible.
He saved a family multiple times. Gosh.
That doesn't mean he that breed is the best dog.
I mean,
I mean, I wouldn't. Well, yeah, I don't want to be.
those are facts though.
but
He did save a
would want
family multiple
Beethoven.
times. Pet Cemetery. Somebody
That's a
guess
black cat, dude. That'll kill you.
what?
A black cat?
No, we're talking about your hose quote. Is it from Pet
Yeah.
Cemetery?
No, not Pet Cemetery.
All right,
Y'all are
okay.
way off. Way off.
This guy is he gets so offended by it too.
I
No,
know.
it's not at all.
Babe Pig in the City.
Nope.
I love
Stuart
these are all.
Little.
We're little. I can hear him saying that. All right, let's see. Maria, Ella, Haley, Isaac, James, KJ, Maddie, Missy, Paul, Simon. I mean, I'm happy with my picks. That's solid.
I mean, I think
That's
we're all happy with our picks. I think they're all obviously top 25 players.
Well, I know Paige is dumping on mine.
Let's see,
But
Paige.
these picks right here.
But see, having Katrina and Paige Pierce, that's solid.
I
And
bet on
Own.
Tatar. I bet on Tatar.
And Own.
Lena and Gannon.
Evelina. And
I
Gannon.
think
and
Paige
Ricky.
might have the most. He might have the most well-rounded FPO team.
That's
Well, I
exactly
mean-
what you need when you win these things. Well-rounded, not most like volatile.
I
In-
love
in-
volatile.
in a
Mm.
non-biased way, out of like all picks together, I'm gonna give the edge on Paige for initially until we
So I
see
hope
how
Paige
everyone's
loses.
playing their season. Just by picks alone, I'll give him Paige the edge.
If Paige wins, I'll eat all these black jelly beans at once and just throw up.
All right, mail them to me. I'll keep them I'll keep them on my shelf for you. Mail
They're
them
right
to
here.
me.
They're in the bottom of this hex.
Yep, mail them to me. Tape them down.
I'll go to Target and I'll fill a bag of.
No,
just-
I want those ones. I want
Okay,
those
I'll put them in
ones.
the bag.
Like,
I'll put 'em in the
here.
bags, and the next disc. I'm saying you disc soon. You're getting black jelly beans. You
Yep.
hold on to them.
I'm gonna hold on to those for a year, and they're gonna sit in that disc on my freaking shelf for a year.
They're gonna pickle down there. It's
Exactly.
gonna be like a grandma's basement.
I'm gonna ink them all with edible ink, just to force
Oh
you
my
to eat
God.
them.
That's the worst. Paige. Oh my gosh.
You know,
That's what's
something-
gonna happen. That's
I
the
have to
bet.
eat ink, the thing I hate most.
Something we did in my Homeward Bound. Is it Homeward Bound?
No.
I'm loving these picks though.
They're all going like animal movies.
Yeah, there is one animal that is famous in the movie.
Okay.
It's a cat. It's not a crucial role of the movie, but there is a cat in the movie. I mean,
Okay.
think about what I enjoy. If any of y'all know me,
I think that's why they're all doing the animal movies.
That
I mean,
sounds
it's like,
Like, you
edible.
know,
It's true.
I hate black jelly beans. I'm gonna eat one right now just so I can get the taste. Oh, the feet.
But one thing we did in a league last season was the loser also has a punishment. So we should think about what that punishment is going to be.
You should
Just-
have to throw
so
a
whoever
Franklin
gets second.
disc. You have to have a
Whoever
Franklin
gets
disc in your bag at all times. You have to throw one a tournament.
But Franklin's coming out with some premium plastic.
Some
you have
heaters.
to record
Oh, I
it.
got
I
some.
like that though. Like you have to record once a tournament you throwing a Franklin disc.
And it has to be like a tomahawk. You have to tomahawk.
It doesn't have to be a
Franklin disc.
tomahawk. I was like, you just throw it.
No, because then someone might do a tap in. Like it has to be off the tee.
Yeah, off the tee. That's what I was saying.
Off
Like
the
it has to
tee?
be off the
Okay.
tee.
Corby, my man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Christmas vacation. That's pretty
Corby,
low.
hit
mister.
me up.
Send
You
me
got
your
a rubber
address,
hose, I
Corby.
beat you.
In what
This is all
scene?
yours.
What scene was
It's
it?
the very end. It's the police chief when they break into the house. He's like, they tell him that they got rid of the Christmas bonuses, and he's like, "That's pretty low, mister. If I had a rubber hose, I'd beat you."
Oh my goodness, that's like a out there quote.
Exactly. I didn't want to make it too easy.
I've seen that movie so many times, and I would never be able to quote that part.
It's actually playing right now on the TV.
Oh,
I love it. It's not that scene. I just love that movie. If they came out with a Christmas vacation Lego set, I'd sell a kid and be like, I need it.
sell a kid.
I got 3.
Well, I mean,
Well-
I'm really curious about like some of these choices. I mean, I think you're right. I have the well balanced. I'm kind of curious about like some of those thought preferences. I always try to take my biased opinion out of it and make it just kind of like statistically based. But you guys definitely made the emotional picks. Like I think Simon Lizotte, even like I think
I
Matty
think
O.
you can also be statistic as well. Like Simon it's part emotion, but also I think he's a very well-rounded good player.
Oh, I think yeah, he's great. I just think like based off the videos I've seen with him, and granted it's the off season, he has a big learning curve with a lot of his discs right now. Even the Hex, where he's like the perfect MD1, but it always finishes overstable for him. The amount of times where it's just like, oh, that Hex is perfect, and then just like, oh nope, still fresh. And so I don't know.
Oh,
I think there's
don't
gonna be some
forget,
of that learning
Cody.
curve.
Don't forget.
That is unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Oh, Cody. Told you half your players aren't going to be there half the year.
You know what? Ride or die, baby. Tatar.
Yeah, but you just want to throw that Franklin disc. I
Yeah, he's just
Yeah, that's the thing. That's not even bad for me. I'll be Team Franklin all the way.
he just
Yeah.
poisoned himself for that big Franklin sponsorship in 2024.
That's
He's like,
the
TSA
dream.
didn't sign me, so you know what? Franklin did. They needed this level of player.
If they TSA stamped a Franklin disc,
I'm pretty sure if you like write them and be like, "Hey Franklin, I'm a PE teacher that does Jammers in the Rough, and I admin this group on Facebook. I think I'd be your ideal sponsoree." I'm pretty sure they'll sponsor you. You should write them.
that would be. I mean, they only have 3 discs, but they would be. I would just throw those 3 discs all
Well,
the
you
time.
can guarantee those 3 discs are gonna touch 100 kids' hands over the year during your school year.
I already have some. One of my students, that's what he got for Christmas. His parents bought him Franklin disc.
See, you can start to guarantee that, and
But
then
every time he comes to class, I keep slipping him extra discs. Like I gave him one last time. I'm like, here, just take this home, buddy. I'm gonna give him a bag at the end of the year.
oh, cool.
Dude,
Hashtag
so I mean,
grow it.
honestly, he gets so excited about like he shows up and he's like, and I brought in a box of new discs the other day, and he's like looking through them. He's like, he doesn't know what any of it means yet, but he's just like, oh my gosh, and they like stamps.
Yeah.
They're like, oh man, this one's so cool looking, and then they just like throw it into a wall.
If anyone has this stamp on a Praxis or anything else, hit me up. I have trades and money.
What is that?
It's
A
the
Pathfinder?
Yeah, no, the Praxis.
That's a Praxis. It's a
You
DFX
want more?
release.
Because
Yeah, I
I want
want
one of
more.
those. That stamp's cool.
I'm throwing it. Yeah.
I don't think I've thrown a Praxis.
So I will say this for underrated disc, we had, I don't know if you guys paid attention at all, but a couple weeks ago we had Thought Space Athletics on here, which kind of prompted me to trying to glow Praxis again. Justin Anderson, actually one of the Discmania sponsors pros, I did a practice round with him and we were talking grip. So I changed my fan grip to this. It used to be this, but I changed my fan grip to this, which has kind of allowed me to slow my rotation down on putters and get more flight out of them. And so I reintroduced the Praxis to my bag after the TSA people were on here and been falling in love with the Praxis as that kind of understable hyzer flip to drift like right putter. And I'm throwing it off the tee. It's like somewhere between a mid-range and a putter. These things just glide for days.
Yeah.
So this has been obviously my favorite stamp so far. So if you guys have this, I would, like I said, I have money and I have trades. I got a plethora of discs for you.
Have you tried the Ethos plastic yet in the Praxis?
Not since I changed my grip. I've just been throwing the glow, and I really like the glow because that extra stability allows me to kind of flip it up and keep it straight, or flip it like kind of touch the hyzer and get the glide left. Like I'm able to work it more because of that stability. Anything more understable, I might not be able to get the same work out of.
Well, the Ethos one, in my opinion, is it's a bit more stable than the other Praxis.
Okay.
I use those ones for my hyzer shots, like my hyzer bombs. I love it too. Like the run that have the glitch shark. It's like a shark glitched
I got
out.
one of those, so I should throw that.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna throw like.
Go ahead.
I don't know if I'm gonna bag like 4 Praxis because I still have a P3X, the Premium Marvel, the Tomb for my more like overstable things, and this is kind of giving me that like flippy drift that I need. Whereas like my Marvel is kind of like a little bit glidier, pop up, but overstable finished. My Tomb is just overstable. My P3X is this with less glide.
What tomb are you throwing?
Metal Flake, not the glow, just the normal Metal Flake that came out with the stock stamp, and then
like the Chinese Warriors, I think.
Yeah, and then
so that's overstable.
Dyed it. That's overstable for me. Yeah.
See, I got an old mummy one, and granted it's beat in, but that thing's just straight.
Ooh, post that final comment.
Post in the final comment.
This is interesting. Cody, do you have any like validity to that? Because you're probably the only one here that's thrown it.
Well, I don't throw like Gannon Burr. The only thing about their plastic is it's very slippery. Like I don't know if maybe I haven't thrown enough, but it might just be like the oils on it. That's the only thing that like really kills me.
Yeah,
maybe I need to chalk bag it up. But man, so Gannon Burr talked up a Franklin driver. Nick and Matt said it's like a nuke and great. I guess I got to do a comparison. Go grab a nuke and grab a Franklin driver.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what? But those TSA people, they like made me want to change my bag because now I got a couple of TSA stuff in there. So they whatever they
I
were
hate
saying.
how
worked.
like charismatic they were. God damn it!
Exactly.
Then I want to change my bag.
I feel like I'm in a TSA cult now. Like, hey, brothers, would you like to talk to our Lord and Savior, the Omen?
But see, what I love about it real quick is that I can have like minimal molds, like say that Praxis, for instance, and carry different plastic types and have it do different things. And that way you have the same exact grip, same exact feel in the hand of the size of the disc, but have a different flight. And
I think other
of the
companies
plastics
call
do
that inconsistencies in the runs, and people think that's a negative. I think it's a positive, honestly.
I think
I'm just like, I'm not trying to like throw shade, but I think like a lot of things get flagged, right? Like I bagged Force ED2s because the Roaming Thunder 1 is so different than the Roaming Thunder 2, which is different than the Sea Lines. Like I like that because you like just exactly what you just explained. And I think more people need to look at that because people do call that inconsistencies. Like the 4 Halo runs of Destroyers, all different beef levels from last year for the Heimbergs.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'm not trying to, like I said, I don't want to throw shade. I think that's a really good approach to doing like how you do your disc because your plastics should be different. That way you have different reasons to throw them because the tack's different, the stiffness is different, the flight is slightly different, the dome, the puddle, like all of that stuff is slightly different. So
Yeah,
that's
and
just all the cooling process. You can't plan for some of that. There's the plastic aspect of it, but with the cooling process, like you only can minimize so much, right?
yeah,
think
and the
that's
plastic
pretty
the
good.
plastic though is pretty consistent. Like, I
Yeah,
find
like
the
all the
auras,
glows are going to be the same
they have the same
yeah.
kind of characteristic, and then like the aura and the ethos, and I don't know. I've enjoyed my game and what's happening to it by having the ability to carry fewer molds, different plastics. So I just have
Yeah.
that
I
same
think
feel.
that's something you like learn as you play disc golf more. Like when you first start playing, you're like, I want this, 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 this. But like now my bag, I have like 2 Wraiths, 2 Felons. These are 2 freaking different discs. These 2 constructs flips
Yeah.
up, glidey. This thing is beefy, and it's just like, yeah. And I do like same feel in the hand. This one's domier, stiffer. This one's a little grippier and more flexible. Construct, it's been taking my race out of the bag.
Yeah,
Well,
the construct's it's an amazing disc. It's
I
the
want to
glide
glow.
is awesome.
I want to glow.
Well,
So
I'm
what?
going to keep us honest. We're pushing our hour mark. So let's transition to closing thoughts, guys. Josh, what are your closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. I mean, I think that if I gave each of us a rating of person, Cody would be PG. And I just want that to be said.
Not even a PG-13.
Not even PG-13. You're a PG. You're a PG man. And I
I
like
work
it.
with kids all day, dude.
So that's why I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Just saying you're my PG guy. It still means parental guidance.
That's true. Sometimes I can be a little saucy. Like, you don't know what I'm going to say.
I mean, the season's going to start soon. I'm super excited about it. I think having a little like mini side bet on this podcast would be kind of fun.
I think that's gonna be a blast.
Yeah,
Because after every pro tour, I'm gonna get on here and talk shit to Cody.
That is nothing different than what our normal podcast is. It would be the exact same podcast.
I'm just gonna come up here every podcast just like this.
We need a belt. We need a belt and we need punishments. That's what we need.
A belt and punishments.
But no, like I'm saying
No
a belt, like the
more
champion's belt.
haters.
And then like
Ooh.
we need some punishments, kind of like the Shiva trophy is the worst. Like we need something that's like, and you got to film it. You got to film something like you got to play around in the thong, just a thong.
But I mean, to finish up my final thoughts, we all had awesome picks. We all had some good picks, and the thing is, we're not going to know until the season starts because
we already
I've
know.
seen-
we gotta do a pool. Can you do a pool on our page, Team Josh, Team Cody, Team Paige, and see what the fans say about our picks? Like post the pick list and let the people vote who they think their top pick were. And then that could be our giveaway this week. And then Cody can give a disc away to one of the people that choose or whoever votes.
Okay. Yeah. There we go. I'll start it, and Cody find a
If
disc.
you
for the
vote, I'll
giveaway.
give you. I got to find something to give away. You're getting a Franklin. You're all getting a Franklin a starter kit.
The starter.
That's not the worst. I mean, we're hyping them up.
Team Franklin, the Frank
So,
train.
Cody, what are
Franklin.
your closing thoughts?
That was fun. I've never drafted before, and it takes a lot more like strategery. Was that President Bush? That you would think. Like I had, especially like the what do you call it, a snake draft. I had to think like, well, I have to get through like 4 of them. So that was actually more fun than I thought. Drafting. I think everyone's excited for the upcoming season. Like we're kind of getting like you had the Shelly Sharp, and so people are like, I was watching disc golf while I was doing some things in the garage, and it's getting everyone ready for the season, and that excites me. Like I love like I'm getting ready for baseball season. I'm a big baseball fan, but also like disc golf. I've been really trying to keep up with it. I'm excited about seeing all the new players with the new companies. I think that's gonna, Simon with MVP, Barella. I mean, Discraft's team is pretty stacked. I'll give them credit for that, what they did, but I think it's gonna be an exciting season. We're kind of past that pandemic thing where it's gonna get a little bit more normal. So I'm excited.
No, I'm definitely excited for that as well. For me, some of my closing thoughts is this is always fun, guys. I mean, it's super like. I just wanted to get back to what we started at, right? Three individuals, varying skills, vision, demographics, whatever, and get back to hanging out. So for me, absolutely loved seeing you guys talking shit. Josh was finally speaking, which is unique on this podcast. So clip this shit because Josh talked.
And he was gone for like a whole week. We didn't hear from Josh for like a week and a half. Paige and I were like on our like group chat, and we're like, "Josh, you alive?" We thought he was just out in the woods.
Yeah. So Josh became best friends with his toilet over the weekend. So for all of those that send the thoughts and prayers and liked his posts, I'm sure that carried him through that time. But and everything, I mean, what we do here is obviously for you all. So if you guys have guests you want to see on here, if you're comfortable, reach out to them. If you want us to reach out, let us reach out because the guests we bring in, we think you want to hear. And so our goal is always to be what you guys want, right? So if you want to send me a message, Josh or Cody a message and be like, it'd be really cool if you can get so-and-so on there. What about this person? Can I be on there? Because it's not just like touring like pros either that we're having on here, right? Like we want everybody to have a voice because your thoughts and opinions definitely do matter because this is disc golf. It's not just 1030 and over, which defines disc golf. You have like, what was it? They had the national averages and there was only a few states that were above 900. So 800 to 900 golf is very real disc golf. 900 to 1000 rated golf is very real disc golf. 1000 rated on up is definitely very real disc golf. So if you're interested in being on a guest, we definitely want to have you. So feel comfortable and feel free to reach out. We would love to have you. So with that, of course, let's transition to our sponsors. I was rocking our Dark Ace this week. Nathan Queen shirt. Check this out, guys. No one picked him on the fantasy draft, but I'm still eagerly watching him because I feel like he's just due for a couple breakout tournaments where it's just blast. And I feel like disc golf is definitely better with Nathan Queen in it, and definitely better with Dark Ace. I know I talked about them. I feel like I talk about Dark Ace all the time. So I'm going to pivot away from them and give my boy Mike Kemp a shout out. I think with the way dyes are getting more and more expensive, Mike Kemp keeps it extremely fair, and he works with you to bring your vision to life. And I think that level of custom work, that meeting the price threshold, your whole bag should easily be Mike Kemp dyes. Like, he's my boy. If you don't know him, check him out. Q Otsa Rock on Instagram, Mike Kemp on Facebook. He is your favorite admin in the Discmania groups. He answers every single freaking question you can throw at him. So show Black Vinyl Disc some love. With that, I do want to remind you all that championship level courses are designed for championship level players.
Missed, like,
I missed a lot of weeks, which is why I need to remind you all.
No,
no, it's fine.
Alton Brown. Yeah.
With that, screw you, Cody. Keep jamming it in the rough, everyone. I'll
What did
see
I
you all
do?
next week.
Good